What's going on, Ghost Squad? Trey here with Ghost Tactical for our next evolution of the Ghost Tactical training series. And I put a poll out there to all my patrons about what kind of video that they wanted to see next in the training series. Gave them a few options. And the one they chose for the next one is going to be close quarter tactics using a pistol. And the reason why this is important is in a shit hits the fan scenario and you're out in public or you're at your house, wherever you are, and there is a threat and they're going to be in close quarters to you, it's nice to know some techniques that can get you through that scenario and get you home and safe and everyone else around you home and safe. So it's not just about the pistol, it is not just about hand-to-hand combat, it's a mixture of both. And we're going to use our good friend here from TAT 3D Targeting Systems, and so thank you guys for sending this to me. But I've had a good time shooting this and utilizing this, but we're going to utilize our good friend here, the Headless Horseman, I guess. I can't find his head anywhere, but oh well. We're going to use our Headless Horseman here since it is close to Halloween, and he's going to help us demonstrate some different things. So what we're going to talk about are what to do with your hands, the different ways and positions to use your pistol, what's good and what's bad. So let's get going. Okay, now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and let you guys kind of see from a side view what we're talking about. Now, we will be using our firearm. It is clear for the demonstration point of view. And when we go into the live fire and the drills and all that, we will obviously go back into putting live rounds in there. But right now, it is going to be a cleared weapon. So all you snowflakes out there, don't get freaked out here. But what we're going to talk about is being within 1 to 3 feet, what we call close quarters, 1 to 3 feet from your target. And what's going to happen, whether you're in your house or you're outside in the public, wherever you are, boss for the cause here. So the first scenario we're going to go with is we're getting bull rushed with some sort of a weapon. Okay, we've got a knife, a box cutter, hell, maybe even a gun. But hopefully by then, if we've seen the gun out, we've had time to draw and all that. But let's say that he's coming at us, he's pulled a knife or a screwdriver or whatever he has in his hand. And all we're going to do first is we're going to make sure we get this hand out of the way, because when he comes at us at this point, we're going to rotate a little bit. Either way, I like to go away from it, but we're going to rotate to where now we're pushing this hand and this arm out, okay? And we want to use, if we want to use anything part of the body, we want to use our hand, we want to use the palm of our hand. Ideally, we will love to be able to use that forearm. The forearm's going to be very strong. It's also got the support of the other arm. So if we can, we're going to come in here. If you have to use your hand, use that palm. Don't try to go flat and all that. Use that palm or use that forearm if you can. So now we've got this arm out here. We're in this position. Okay, at this point, we come back with our other forearm here, and now we're going to try to take a step back, draw our weapon. Now, when we draw our weapon, we do not want to extend out, okay? Why? Because they can grab, okay? They can grab our weapon and bad things can happen. Now, there are two different ways that you can hold this weapon. Either right here, I like to go from the draw and the retention right here, okay? And the reason why is I've got a lot more control. I'm here, my body, as I'm backing up, I can still be right here, and I've got perfect aim sight right here. I don't have to use my sights. I am right here. I'm pointed at that body, okay? As I'm doing that, I am stepping back, okay? Now, one of the reasons why it's also good is if you're here and you've got it canted just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, now the slide can run its course. It can be manipulated in its own natural way, where if it gets in here, you can do this. Now, one of the reasons why I don't like getting here is if they're coming at us, okay, and they get too close, if your muzzle, okay, gets on that, that's going to probably send a malfunction through your gun, because it's going to force that slide just a little bit back. That's why I'm not a big fan of here. You can use it here, but I personally like being about right here, okay? So I'm here. I'm going to send a shot with my offhand, either to the throat, to the face. Once again, I'm going to be using my palm, okay? With my offhand, I'm going to send a shot to the chest, to the neck, to the face, preferably the nose area. Now, obviously that's a smaller target, especially if you're small and if someone's really big. You don't have to reach that nose. You can go to the chest, you can go to the neck area. Anything that you're gonna do that's going to stun them by using that palm. Drive that in hard one time, at least get them off balance. At that time, you've got time now to get right here, okay? And we're taking our shot from right here as we're backing up, and then you can, after you're far enough away, then you can go ahead and present and take your normal grip. But the first couple shots are gonna probably have to be from right here. Now, scenario 2 is really no weapon. It's just someone's gonna come at you and you don't know if they have a weapon yet, but they're close enough to where they're already a threat to you and you don't know what they have. At this point, all you're trying to do is you're trying to, if they're gonna attack you with their arms, once again, we're trying to use our forearms. If we have to use our hands, use that bottom part of the palm. That's gonna be a really hard, good surface. It's also not going to break your fingers if you hit someone. The problem with most people trying to hit with their fist is if you hit someone, you break your finger, now you can't pull the trigger. So we want to try to hit here, okay? So we're going to try to defend here, and once again, we're going to try to get a shot. Either hand, it makes no difference, but if they're bull rushing you, try to get off to the side, get a nice thrust, and once again, we're here, okay? Once again, we're here. We're taking this shot in close, okay? Cant it a little bit, and we're going to take this shot, 2 or 3 shots right there, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and get our eyes and ears on, and we're gonna give you a couple good drills to go through, and you can practice at your home. You don't have to have one of these, dummies here. You can have a regular target stand and paper. The whole thing is gonna be the same. The footwork, the handwork, everything's gonna be the same, to where all you have to worry about is getting away, enough room to get that drawn, get a couple shots. As you're backing up, go ahead and get the full swing in there.
So the first drill is just a basic fundamental drill. All we're going to work on are the basic skill sets to use your hands and your arms to block any attack that comes your way. Enough room to get backed up to get your draw out, get a couple shots from the draw, and then get away a couple more steps, go ahead and get a full presentation and get the final shots downrange. And the second drill that is going to incorporate all of it is we're actually going to utilize our hands and arms, actually get practice with blocking that initial attack, getting a thrust to the chest or to the head area, to the neck area, and then getting that draw out, and then obviously getting back far enough to get the full presentation and getting those last couple rounds down range. This is going to incorporate all the skills we've talked about today.
So guys, I hope this video has helped with some ideas of what you can do with close quarter tactics if you're ever in that situation where you have to use not just your gun but your hands because you're in too close. Some of this is going to be life or death. Like I said, my way of doing it is not the only way. I'm not even saying it's the best way. It's the way that I do it, and it's a pretty efficient way. It's how I've been trained by a lot of different people in a lot of different scenarios, and I've kind of taken a little bit from everybody and utilized my way of doing this. By no means am I saying that you have to do it my way. Go do your research. Go and Google close quarter tactics. That being said, this will get you out of harm's way if you need to, but make sure you're practicing, because if you're not used to it, it's not going to be natural, and you're not going to be able to get out of that situation before you can get that gun drawn. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this series. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel and our projects. We're trying to be out here trying to get everyone to conceal carry, be that warrior, but we've got to give you the drills, we've got to give you the tools, we've got to give you the tactics to be that warrior. So we're hoping we're helping you. Go out there, find some more people to watch, go find some really good instructors in your area, and go take some training. We'll see you next time. Semper Fi.